Hello and welcome back to the Toffee Blues, your source for all things Everton. Once again, I'm Greg, and this is the Starting 11 show. We have Crystal Palace next, another fixture with teams who you reckon are going to finish in and around the bottom of the table. Palace struggling to build anything so far this season. Perhaps flattering to deceive a little bit once again under new management. Came off the back of getting our first point last week, an embarrassment to say, but that probably puts you in the mindset of Dyche not wanting to change what he doesn't have to and trying to build a momentum. Whilst mindset is such a deeply ingrained thing in this team, can't hold the lead. That happens for the next 4 games. It's a team that very much builds off narratives, negative or positive. You'd hope once we start to build some momentum, that works in our favour as well. But you'd think that mindset into this game suggests don't change what doesn't need changing, just improve where we can. We've got a few opportunities to do that. Branthwaite, of course, got minutes for the under-21s, so he is back in contention, according to Dyche. Idrissa Gueye back from his unfortunate time out. Mykolenko is now well. Seamus Coleman, of course, still out. Patterson apparently behind Jarrad Branthwaite in the recovery curve. So that means we can change a few things. Pickford starts in goal, of course. Mykolenko probably goes out on the left. I don't know why I've started on the left. You'd hope Branthwaite and Tarkowski, wouldn't you? If he's fit, he kind of has to play. These are times we need to be picking up 3 points where we can. Garner, again, out on the other side if Coleman and Patton are both unfit. Of course, it could be Young, but again, I think he's going to try and keep what he can the same. That comes into this mindset as well in the midfield, maybe. Idrissa Gueye comes back in, and maybe instead of Eric Bunam, he keeps Mangala in there. Mangala as a sort of midfield continuity. I think that still needs to settle down a little bit, that midfield and what we do with it. Continuity would mean Lindstrom starts again over Harrison. I think he looked bright, gave enough of a cameo. I don't think he plays a full game here, of course, but I think he gave enough of a cameo to suggest that he should be in and around the team by now. Njai, of course, one of the most exciting players we've had this season. In terms of just directness and actually going forward and actually giving opposition defenders something to think about. McNeil out on the left. Calvert-Lewin up top with Broja and Chermiti still out. And I would hazard that at the team. What could change? Branthwaite might not be judged to be completely fit enough. Young could come in. Harrison could drop back in. Eric Bunam could drop back in. What do you think's our strongest side with the players we've got? According to Dyche, this is a more rounded team now that injuries are starting to go away. It doesn't look too rounded to me. I think, starting last week, 2 youth players on the bench is fine, but they're just there to make up the numbers. 2 goalkeepers on the bench, it's quite concerning, especially just after you've had a transfer window. What do you think is the strongest team here that we can have when everyone's fit? What are you trying to do? And how important is that game in terms of this game coming up, in terms of the narrative of what we do going forward now? Let me know that. Let me know what you think. Predictions, predicted lineups, what you think you would change. And hopefully we can go into the next one saying, well, that's another game without a loss, so we're going to keep building on this team, building around it, as opposed to back to the drawing board again. I'll see you guys next time.